thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been.
Well, folks, very good evening, and we are back on Realltom Football one more time in the Champions League this midweek after Arsenal had a fantastic win last night over Atletico Madrid. Now, though, today we have to see what our struggling friends, Liverpool, are going to do against Eintracht Frankfurt away from home. Let's roll the intros. Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool is your Wednesday night Champions League watch-along. Well, folks, a very good evening to you all, folks, and welcome back aboard here, folks, to Realltom Football. My name is Tom, and I'm bringing you the watch along tonight for Eintracht Frankfurt, who take on Liverpool live in the UEFA Champions League Matchday 3 League phase. If you do watch on the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who has joined us here today. Your kickoff is coming your way at 8 o'clock. Hope you're all doing well. And before I put the overlay on, the first thing I noticed about this stadium, well, firstly, it's got a one of those quad TV box thingies up on the ceiling. The second thing is that for a team which wears a kit that is black and red with white dashes on it as their home kit, a team that has a badge that is white and red, I am surprised that their stadium on the interior is black and yellow. I don't really know what that's all about with Eintracht Frankfurt. However, it seems like a magnificent ground. So yeah, Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool, 8 o'clock kickoff. Good evening. And I hope you are all doing well. Do make sure we are getting that chat popping away, and smash a like if you haven't already as well on the stream. We will get straight into it with our bet slips, where we have got the 1, the 2, and the 3. We have reduced the stake from £2.50 to £2. No, £3 to £2.50 today. So we'll start from the price boost with 50p on Spurs, Chelsea, and the doubtful one, Liverpool all to win. That is going to return £2.40 of a 50p stake on an enhanced ACCA. Second is £2.88 of a 50p stake for both teams to score over 10.5 corners and over 1.5 goals in the first half. So 50p, £2.88, and this is a first half only slip. And then the bet builder itself is going to return £2.90 for £1 stake. Eintracht Frankfurt to win or draw over 6.5 corners and under 5.5 goals. And good Lord, finally, before we get into the Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3, we have got an ACCA insurance, which is worth just £3.45 today. It's a low one. It's a 50p stake, though. It's Spurs, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Middlesbrough all to win. 50p there on that ACCA insurance is returning just £3.45 on today's ACCA insurance. And we will move into our favourite. It is a bonus Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3. We've gone for an Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 1 draw, Chelsea to beat Ajax by 3-1, and Tottenham to get a 2-0 away win against AS Monaco. All 3 scores being correct leads to a massive prize from Ladbrokes. I think it is a share of £10,000, but don't quote me on it. 2 gets me a £5 free bet, and just the 1 gets me a £1 free bet. So Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3 is live and in play on this Wednesday evening as a bonus round of the Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3, in addition to the weekendly versions as well. So we will keep an eye on the scores. 3 correct scores is, I believe, a share of £10,000. And you can enter that for free as well if you want to by holding a Ladbrokes rewards card and picking up a coupon in the bookie itself, and then as well tapping your card onto the bet station, clicking the promotions icon and selecting Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3. You do get 2 entries, 1 digital and 1 paper in the shop. So yeah, if you haven't already, you've got 10 minutes to enter your Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3 predictions. There is no Super 6 active tonight, though. So it is just the Ladbrokes 1, 2, 3 that we have got in play in terms of predicting scores on this Wednesday evening. But what we have got on this Wednesday evening is some team news and some match information to delve through. So let's head over to UEFA.com/Champions League, where we can delve in to Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool, which is going to be somewhat of a test for a really struggling Liverpool team at the minute, on 4 straight defeats in all competitions, 3 straight defeats in the Premier League, which is obviously very concerning. We have got the pipeline punch tonight. Thought I'd treat myself to some Halloween-themed donuts on the Co-op and a 50p discounted can of Monster. So, yeah, cheers to that. And the dogs are barking. They will get a shouting at in a minute. Yes. And this is precisely why I had to be at home, because I have to keep an eye on the dogs. So, yeah, we weren't going to be doing Champions League today. But, yes, because I've had to stay back, we are doing Champions League. We were going to do Europa League in Forest Porto tomorrow. But, obviously, things come up. And if you'll excuse me for just one moment, but so I don't blow the mic. Do bear with me. That should have told them. There we go. Right, folks. So, yeah, we are here today, like I said, more or less to the fact that I had to be here. And, yeah, we would have done Forest Porter tomorrow. But either way, we're going to have a look at Liverpool and see what happens with them. So let's go into it right now, because there has been 2 results so far in the Champions League today. On this Wednesday evening, 5:45 kickoffs, which have seen Athletic Club beat Qarabağ by 3-1 and Galatasaray also winning by 3-1 against Bodo Glimt. And your 8 o'clock kickoffs include Bayern Munich against Club Brugge. Bayern Munich are on the Accra Insurance tonight, so we'll be keeping an eye on them. Real Madrid against Juventus. We've also got Real Madrid down to win. Then we've got that away fixture for Spurs, who are against Monaco. Sporting Lisbon are against Olympique Marseille. And Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool, as well as Atalanta against Slavia Prague. And Chelsea against Ajax at Stamford Bridge. And in the Championship, we are keeping an eye on Middlesbrough as well, because we like Middlesbrough. They can't go top of the league today, but they can close the gap on Coventry to, I think, 1 point if they beat Sheffield Wednesday. So we will see how Middlesbrough fare in their EFL Championship clash with Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Here, though, on Realltom Football League, it's time for the team news and the match information. It's Eintracht Frankfurt against Liverpool. Let's have a look. Here we go. And into the team straight away. Zatera begins in goal for coach Dino Topmola and Eintracht Frankfurt. A back three today of Amanda, Robin Koch, the former Leeds defender, I do believe, yes. And Theta in a back three behind a midfield four, which is Christensen. Is that... Can't be Andreas Christensen, can it? It's Rasmus Christensen alongside Götze, Larson and Brown. The front three is kind of a bit of a V, really. A sort of like a bit of a V kind of thing. Nauf, Doan and Bahoya in that front three. And on the bench for Eintracht Frankfurt, we have got Graal, Kwaru Santos, 2 goalkeepers, Shaibi, Burkhardt, Shaqiri, Skahiri, not Shaqiri, Skiri, Wahi, Dahoud, Chandler, Butter, I think that's Mishi Batshuayi, is it? Mishi Batshuayi. Collins, surely not Nathan Collins. Nope, Namandi Collins. And the player who's made the thumbnail tonight, Chan Uzun. And then for Liverpool, a bit more familiar with the names, obviously. And it's Giorgio Marmadashvili who begins in goal. Yeah, he was not great against Man United. I have to say, Liverpool's backup goalkeeper, Giorgio Marmadashvili, dodgy. Andy Robertson, why did he not start against Man United? The Liverpool fans will be asking that. I mean, you need that talent of Andy Robertson, let alone, I mean, they're missing Trent Alexander-Arnold, but to leave Robertson out, you are reducing your creative abilities, and it's hurting Liverpool. I mean, Robertson's been thrown in a fixture where, I mean, Liverpool should not be focusing on the Champions League right now. I mean, the Champions League should only be, I feel, focused on teams who are competing in the league until they have no other choice to compete in the Champions League and forget about the league like we did last season. So for Liverpool to throw in Robertson in this game but not the Man United game just confuses me. Virgil van Dijk, he had a stinker on Sunday, but he's the captain in the back four alongside Konate, who had his best game for Liverpool on Sunday, actually, to the contrary of Van Dijk, and Frimpong to the right. Midfielders are three of Florian Wirtz, Curtis Jones, and Dominic Szoboszlai. And the front three, yeah, where's Salah? I mean, Salah's not great, but where's Salah? Hugo Ekitike, Cody Gakpo. Yeah, Cody Gakpo was their man of the match on Sunday for sure. Ekitike and Isak in the front three as well. On the bench is former Preston goalkeeper Freddie Woodman, Miscure, Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Milos Kerkez, originally from Bournemouth, McAllister, Alexis McAllister, Mo Salah, Conor Bradley, Federico Chiesa. Yeah, why does Arne Slot not start Federico Chiesa enough? I mean, I'm not a Liverpool fan, obviously, but Federico Chiesa, every time he comes on for Liverpool, every time I see Federico Chiesa, it seems like he's one of their better players. How does does Federico Chiesa not get more starts? I mean, that is just, for me, confusing. I mean, Robertson not starting against Man United and Chiesa overall not starting games regularly. Two things that I think Arne Slot is not getting right. And Rio Nagamaha on the bench as well. Well, they call it the Frankfurt Stadion, but it's a different name according to Google. Either way, the pitch is excellent humidity at 91%. Jesus Christ, that is a high humidity. Wind speeds of 8 kilometers an hour. The pitch is excellent. And then the refereeing team is Francois Letexia, alongside Cyril Mugnia, the assistants, and Mehdi Ramouni. The fourth official is Jeremy Pignard. The VAR is Jerome Brizard, and assistant VAR Tomasz Kwiatkowski from Poland. So an all-French officiating team, but the assistant VAR, who is Polish. So big night for Liverpool. Can they end a run of defeats and end of bad performances? Probably not, to be truthful with you. I think it's going to be a real test for them tonight. I don't think they'll win. I've not put them on the Accra insurance either. But it needs to come from somewhere for Liverpool, because right now they are falling behind in the Premier League, especially, and they're also at risk of not finishing in the top 8 of the Champions League if they don't start picking up results. You don't lose the Galatasaray away. That is for certain. And they did that, and that was not a good display at all. That was, in fact, probably the worst I've seen Liverpool in a long time against Galatasaray. They showed that they played all right against Man United, but Man United absolutely outplayed them on Sunday. And Man United, I'm not buying none of this. They didn't deserve the win. Man United deserved the win on Sunday, and there's no doubt about that at all. So, if they didn't deserve the win, they wouldn't have won. It's as simple as that. Clarky, welcome into you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Did I mention Kamara as well? Welcome into you, and welcome aboard to everybody as you begin to join us in the Realltom Football Chat on this Wednesday evening. We will be taking the day off tomorrow. It wasn't supposed to be the case, but obviously I've already explained why I'm here tonight as opposed to tomorrow. But we will be here on Friday for Leeds against West Ham. There will be Saturday night football in the shape of a double header in the evening. And then Super Sunday is, of course, me at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal against Crystal Palace. So the Monster Pipeline Punch is ready to rock. And a roll, just £1.50 at the co-op. Yeah, had a 50p offer on the membership thingy, Mud Up Bob. Oh my word. Well, I've gone for under 4.5 goals. It might be a bit of a ball fest tonight. And yeah, I mean, I mentioned this stadium, but it has got a unique, I think it's 4 TV screens inside one box at the ceiling of the stadium. You don't see that an awful lot, do you? And well, Eintracht Frankfurt here have got the first corner, and it's already, it really is going to be a test for Liverpool tonight. I do think they'll struggle here. I do. So here's the first free kick. And Robertson with the foul. Yeah, I mean, it's rather strange for me tonight to be. I mean, look, I don't. I didn't think that once this season I would be concerned about Liverpool, but this week, as I've walked into these two watch-alongs, I wasn't really concerned about Arsenal yesterday, despite Atletico Madrid being the opponents. And again, there was no reason for me to be concerned in the end. What a result! But I do feel I'm worried about Liverpool because the drop off is just astronomical, really, from that title winning team from last season. It's astronomical how they have dropped off. It is absolutely astronomical. And you wouldn't have called it. But when I saw, I mean, that Galatasaray game, it was the most boring thing I'd ever seen. And people think Arsenal are boring. Well, that was like top boring. In fact, second half, we were not boring in that game yesterday. It was strange. It was a really strange thing. I did not expect us to win 4-0 yesterday. That massively caught me by surprise. Because I was thinking we were going to be lucky to score 1. But no, I mean, look, my betting patterns will be an example of me being concerned about Liverpool, really, for you in a heartbeat. I mean, you can see that in the last 2 occasions where Liverpool have been playing, I've avoided them on ACCA insurance. I haven't, you know what I mean? Sunday did not include the Liverpool game. Here today, not included them on the insurance because I don't feel. Well, I'm just unsure as to what's going to happen with them. You think they're going to get back to winning ways, but the performances are just getting worse. I mean, look, I'm going to be here to see them against Brentford, and I am worried that Brentford will toy with Liverpool on Saturday, because you think about how they played with Manchester United and toyed them about. Well, you look at Manchester United on Sunday, and you put Liverpool into those boots of that Brentford side against Man United. Liverpool could concede 5 because they're all over the shop. I mean, look, I expected more from Brentford against Manchester City, but truthfully, this game against Liverpool, it shouldn't be an issue for Liverpool, but it is. You know what I mean? That is going to be... I would be worried as a Liverpool fan about that game on Saturday. I really would. Because you think, like I said, you think about the way they toyed with Manchester United. Now put Liverpool defensively in those boots. Fair play, Kamar, fair play. Yeah, I think Spurs will comfortably win tonight. I mean, they should. Monaco, I think 2-0. I think 2-0. Clipped in by Curtis Jones, and it was a pretty heartless ball, really. It just ran straight through to the goalie, Zetera. And yeah, I mean, we talk about Arne Slot. I mean, he's just been pointed out there by TNT Sports, but you wouldn't think that Arne Slot is going to get is in the position that he's in now with Liverpool. Like, I mean, Arne Slot gave us all the impression last season that he was just going to smoke this league, and until he left Liverpool, Liverpool were going to be unstoppable. But I mean, I still believe that Arne Slot is the right guy for Liverpool, but it's massively caught me by surprise. I did not see this string of whatever's going on for Liverpool going on. And Mahoya's in. Frankfurt will have the first clear chance of the game, and then the follow-up offside anyway wouldn't have counted. And as well as this, I mean, if things don't improve at Liverpool, I don't think I mean, I wouldn't see FSG as the type of character to sack any manager. I don't think there's even a record of FSG making a sacking of a manager. I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't think FSG have ever sacked a manager. So, all this slot out, it's going to mean nothing. I mean, I can check, but I don't think there's any record of FSG ever sacking a manager. So yeah, it's Isak. Good save. Zetera came out and closed him down. It's good save. And I would say as well, FSG, if they did sack Slot, it would be humongous criticism on the owners of Liverpool from opposition fans because of the the whole winning the title thing of last season. And I personally would be on that same kind of forefront, really, as they cannot sack him until this season's over because of the winning the title last season. And I don't think they will. I really don't see it in FSG that they'll sack him if it gets to a point where the Liverpool fans are demanding it. But as much as it was a great day for Man United on Sunday, it was a fantastic day for Manchester United on Sunday. Take nothing away from Manchester United. They deserve what they got. And I'm not taking anything away from United, but that was a real low for Liverpool. That home defeat to United. I mean, it was it's almost the lowest that Liverpool can get because it's the greatest place United can win. And you look, and you well, it's crazy, but only a couple of weeks ago I was talking about Manchester City being not really a title contender, and I was calling for Pep to be ready to leave the club, as well as Arteta. But I mean, if things continue going the way they are for Liverpool, it will be almost a backward step into the old title race of Man City Arsenal, because right now City are above Liverpool, and City are only 3 points behind us. And if Liverpool lose on Saturday and City win on Sunday, I don't think City will beat Villa, by the way. Then we are in that situation of back to the season before last, which I don't think anybody could have seen coming. So I do feel, well, I'm unsure as to what's going on with Liverpool for a start, really. I don't see how there can be a problem. But the first thing that flashes to my head is too many signings. Maybe. I do not think that they needed to buy as many players as they did. I do not think that the loss of your Luis Diaz, your Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luis Diaz, both bad losses for Liverpool. Bad losses, like seriously bad losses. Like, for them to lose Trent Alexander-Arnold, that is a huge creativity drop. Because Robertson on his own ain't going to be creative. And Frimpong, well, I haven't seen anything from Frimpong that's screaming to me, yeah, he's good. Like, he is good, but I haven't seen it from Jeremy Frimpong. Like, you look at the way Spurs, we know, by the way, that Spurs love playing Manchester City, at the Etihad in particular at the minute. But you look at the way that Spurs beat City at the Etihad, this season under Thomas Frank, Spurs could easily go to Anfield now and beat Liverpool. So yeah, things need to shape up for them, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but it needs to come from somewhere, and I don't think they'll get anything today other than a draw. I was saying it to my friends in the bookies earlier, you know what I mean? I don't think Frankfurt will have the balls to beat Liverpool, but I don't think Liverpool will have the balls to win. Well, I don't think Liverpool will be able to win. So yeah, massive concern really around Liverpool at the minute. And obviously, I probably will bet against them on Saturday. Not because of bias at the minute. There's no point in being biased against Liverpool. Look, we Arsenal fans set ourselves into this Liverpool-Arsenal title race, kind of disregarding City, but the way the table is shaping up, like I said, Liverpool continue on the track they're going down, it will go back to a Man City-Arsenal title race. Because City right now are on a good streak. Arsenal right now on a good streak. So I'll be betting against Liverpool more or less on concern. Because like I said, the way Brentford beat Man United, it could be double figures against Liverpool. Because as much as Man United are bad, Liverpool's defence is worse. And let's not forget, Liverpool have got no spine in midfield at all. Liverpool and Man City have never had a good midfield spine. And Rodri is almost finished for City. So, but if you've not got a good defence as well, on top of having a good midfield, that's a problem. because a good midfield is always the good backbone to a bad midfield. A good midfield is always the backbone to a bad defence. In Liverpool's case, a good defence is a backbone to a bad midfield, because in defensive situations, particularly on the counter-attack, which is where Liverpool are getting hit hard at the minute, the defence is actually the midfield. Because when you look at football, the first bit of defending in any counter-attack phase is through midfield. And you can just go right through Liverpool's midfield. Almost like a knife going through butter. And Man United were faced with a really poor Virgil van Dijk on Sunday as well. I mean, Van Dijk, he had one of his worst games, I think, in a Liverpool shirt. He was terrible. Ibrahim Konate was the only guy really recognisable for doing any good deeds in defence on Sunday. In fact, Konate had a really good game on Sunday, as too did Cody Gakpo. But other than that, it was poor. I mean, the only two players that played well, like I said, Konate and Gakpo. Gakpo had a good game. The rest of them, shite. So yeah, I'll save it for Saturday, but there is a lot to be. There's not a lot to give you confidence about this side at the minute, because you just can't see a way out of this spiral for them. Kate and Jonathan, good to see you and welcome aboard. How are you doing? By the way, people, if you haven't already, smash a like on the stream. Let us know who you think is going to win via the poll, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the channel with your friends, but most importantly right now, hit the like button, because we are already on 1 like, and we do have a like target of 5. So if you haven't already, do smash that like button and let us know on the poll who you think is going to win. Also, share the channel around with your friends as well. 8 votes on the poll, 62% backing Liverpool to win. 25% said draw, and 12% have gone for a draw. Yeah, you were solid last night. You were solid. Won 3-0. City was solid. Won 2-0 away to Villarreal. I do think the one thing I'm going to say ahead of this weekend is that Liverpool may have a lifeline in the fact that Manchester City are playing Villa at Villa Park. That could be a lifeline for Liverpool. It really could. Because I don't see Manchester City coming out of Villa Park unscathed. I do think Villa will beat City at home. So that could be a lifeline for Liverpool. But of course, Liverpool have got to take their chance before that lifeline comes into play tomorrow, on the Sunday. But I do see that that Villa City game as a lifeline for Liverpool. I think you will. I think you will. I mean, look, we'll have a look at the table at half time. But 2 wins and that defeat to Barcelona was not great for you guys, obviously. But you've won the last 2. I mean, we'll definitely have a good look over the league table. It's the top 3 includes Arsenal. Obviously PSG and Inter have gone above us on goal difference. PSG, by the way, won 7-2 yesterday, in case you weren't already aware. I cannot believe that score. I cannot believe that Paris Saint-Germain have beaten Bayer Leverkusen 7-2 away from home. It's absolutely crazy. But That is a mad scoreline. But again, for us yesterday, a mad scoreline as well. I mean, 4-0. I mean, the Prime pundits were saying yesterday, nobody beats Atletico 4-0. Well, well, no, I didn't think we were going to win 4-0 yesterday. I didn't think Bayer Leverkusen were going to get beat 7-2. Check the scores, by the way. I haven't had any goal alerts on TNT Sports, which is not a great thing, to be fair. I don't really like the fact that TNT are not giving me goal alerts because it's not really ideal. But it is currently Monaco 0, Spurs 0, Real Madrid 0, Juve 0. Bayern Munich are already 2 goals ahead. It is Chelsea 1, Ajax 0. Ajax have had a red card, and that looks like Chelsea are going to win already, really. Mark Guiu with the goal for Chelsea, and the red card has come for Taylor for Ajax. So a red card for Ajax, and they're a goal down. That is not what Ajax would have wanted. Let's take a look at the Bayern Munich game, where it is 2-0 at the minute against Club Brugge for them. And it is Carl and Kane on the score sheet for Bayern Munich. 9 minutes separating the 2 goals. Bayern Munich 2, Club Brugge 0. That's not a great scoreline for Club Brugge, to be fair. I mean, the way Bayern Munich can be sometimes, that could easily be 7 by full time. Marseille are 1-0 up. Paxao with the goal for them. You're 7th, so you're in that top 8. You're in that top 8. That's good. That is good for Newcastle. I mean, we'll do a full analysis of it at half time. Because I do want to take a look at this league table. I want to see where people are. Obviously, for us, we don't have to worry too much because I mean, to be fair, if you've won 3 games in a row, I would say really, at that point, you should consider yourselves to be all but top 8 now. But we've got work to do. We've got a few more games. There's a difficult test coming for us away to Inter. Don't like that at all. But we've got to get through those tough tests. But as far as I see it, for us, Inter Milan and PSG, I think all the 3 of us are through, really, as long as we stay good. I mean, I've seen the top 3. It's Inter, Arsenal, and PSG. So Eintracht Frankfurt 0, Liverpool 0. It's not really been that good of a game either. Again, it's quite midfieldy. It's quite... doesn't really feel like much is happening. As whereas the other game, well, I mean... maybe I'm asking the question again, why did I pick Liverpool to watch? I mean, it's a good question after I was so bored with the Galatasaray game, but I mean, again, Liverpool are our title opponents, I guess. I mean, look, Liverpool fans will not agree with me there either. No Liverpool fan is going. I mean, it's been going on for weeks. Liverpool fans have been telling me that they're out of the title race. However, Liverpool are still our title opponents. So, I mean, in their point of concern and their point of bad form, I do want to see what's going on. It's in off the post, and Eintracht Frankfurt take the lead. Christensen has scored in off the post for Eintracht Frankfurt, who take the lead. And Liverpool's bad run is only getting worse. Arsenal, City and Newcastle winning with clean sheets and with comfort yesterday. Arsenal 4-0, City 2-0, Newcastle 3-0, and Chelsea right now 1-0 up. But Liverpool find themselves behind again. This is not good. This is not good for Liverpool. And if they don't improve in the Champions League, well, they will be the only English side going out, because everybody else is doing the business. I mean, I think Spurs have just taken the lead. This should not be happening, but it is. There is so much quality on that pitch. I mean, in Arne Slot's squad, he's got 150 million players all across his front three. He's got a Mo Salah, who okay isn't himself, but I mean, Chelsea now, yeah, there you go. Chelsea 2-0. Chelsea 2-0. And this is exactly why I wanted to watch this game, because I do need to get a good picture of it. Because, I mean, look, I got some detail of what's going on with the Man United game, but yeah. No, it's I mean, they're having more of the ball. They don't look threatening when they're going forward. I don't think they've had a shot. I don't think they've had a shot. I mean, we'll check it all at half-time. We'll get every last detail at half-time for you. Don't worry about that. We'll get every last detail at half-time for you, of stats, of table, of whatever. But and Moises Caicedo scored the second goal for Chelsea, by the way. Chelsea 2-0 up against Ajax. So Cody Gakpo from the left. He was Liverpool's best attacker on Sunday. I mean, Cody Gakpo was almost the best of a bad bunch. The shining light, really, in a bad bunch. Yeah, Gakpo deserved to get the goal he did. Gakpo was definitely Liverpool's star player on Sunday. And there wasn't many star players in red on Sunday. But yeah, Gakpo was the best. It was simple as can be. Gakpo was the best of a bad bunch on Sunday for Liverpool. Konate, again, defensive-wise, best of a bad bunch. Andy Robertson, Cody Gakpo. I mean, I'll put it to you this way right now as well. I mean, I don't know how the Liverpool fans are saying insane. To be fair, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I mean, if Arsenal were in what Liverpool's in right now, 4 straight defeats going on for 5, I'd be sat protesting. You know me. I would not tolerate it. I don't think Charlie would. They don't know how Liverpool haven't started protesting yet. Particularly at Anfield, when you've got one of the most vocal fan bases in the league in that stadium. Or at least, I mean, I would be going insane. I would be going insane. I really would. I'd be going insane. Because, they look toothless out there. That's not a bad cross, though. That's not a bad cross, though. It was a good ball in. It was a good header, and it's straight at Zeta, a good save. And of course, they'll have these few moments where they look good, but for the majority of the game against Man United, toothless. Here, largely toothless. Yeah, a few good moments. I mean, they are scoring a goal a game still. I mean, the kind of sequence of it all has been Liverpool will score an equaliser but then concede a late goal. I mean, Palace, 1-0 up for ages in the game. Liverpool, equaliser, conceding a late goal. Chelsea, again, 1-0 down, late equaliser, late goal conceded. It's been that same kind of sequence. So I wouldn't be... Well, I mean, look, except for the Galatasaray game in the Champions League, which was their last Champions League game. So I don't know. I mean, you would expect them to equalise maybe here, which is why I went for the 1-1 scoreline. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. And I don't think they've had a clean sheet this season either. They haven't had a clean sheet this season. Oh, here's a chance for Hugo Ekitike, who was away. That's a tidy equaliser. That's a tidy equaliser from Hugo Ekitike. It's a really tidy equalising goal. It's a bit of individual brilliance on the counter break. And it comes from a Florian Wirtz clearance. And then that one ball, Ekitike has the pace. And one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he finishes it beautifully with a lot of composure. But will they go on to win the game or will they lose? I mean, if they're going to have a turning point, it needs to be today. Like I said, if they can turn it around and beat Brentford on Saturday, there's a lifeline on Sunday for them. Like, there is a lifeline. Aston Villa against Manchester City is a lifeline. Definitely. If Liverpool can get the result against Brentford. It's a very unlikely lifeline, but there is a lifeline for them. Really? I mean, here has to be a turning point for them now, for them to go on to use that lifeline. Because they will be kicking themselves if they don't beat Brentford and then Villa do beat City. Because City lose, Liverpool win, unlikely at the minute, all of a sudden, this whole narrative of City getting back into it could be gone. So yeah, there is a lifeline on Sunday. On Sunday, but they've got to have a turning point here and get the result on Saturday. I mean, the Champions League is a different story, but here, but on Saturday at the GTEC, they've got to get the result. Because I think Villa have beaten City, what, last 2 games at home, is it? 3 even? I mean, let's just put it this way. If they can't get the result here, how do you possibly expect me to be able to believe that they're going to get a result at the GTEC on Saturday? I'll put it as straight and as simple as that for you. I'll put it as neatly as I can. If they can't get a result here, how would you expect a punter, a host, an analyst like me to even think there's a chance that Liverpool will get that result on Saturday? There's been a goal back for Ajax against Chelsea. Wout Weghorst has scored a penalty for them. It is 2-1, and that's Virgil van Dijk. It's 2-1 from the corner. And they have turned the game on its head. When it went straight in, it was in the blink of an eye from the corner being delivered into the back of the net. A pretty comfortable header for Virgil van Dijk. I mean, it's a crowded box. I'm not too sure the defenders can do much about it. So 2-1. And there is daylight for Liverpool. It's the first time they've led in over 4 games. And it's the first time they've scored more than 1 goal in 4 games as well. And that's 2 in 3 for Van Dijk. But again, will Liverpool hold on to it? Remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. Doan plays it across, and Knauf. It was a good block. He would have got the equaliser had there not been the block there. I'm not sure who made the block, but it was a big block. And it's going to be a throw-in from the left-hand side. And Fita is going to try a long one. Becoming a big feature in football, really, the long throw-in. Captain Robin Koch for Frankfurt, the former Leeds player, has gone down. It looks to be an ankle issue. He's in the 18-yard box of Giorgio Mamardashvili. He was accidentally kicked, I think. But he looks to be in a bit of distress, does Robin Koch. Folks, do make sure we smash a like, please, on YouTube. Only on one like at the minute. Don't know what's going on there. Smash a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share the channel with your friends. Aim me for 5 likes. Come on, people, you know the drill. Smash a like, costs nothing. We much appreciate if you do so. There's that counter. The first goal for Liverpool from Ekitike was one ball from Robertson and a great bit of composure from Ekitike. And the second was just a corner perfectly weighted for Virgil van Dijk. So, about 2 minutes to go before half time. And slipped through. But no. Headed back, and that's going to be seen out by the goalkeeper Zetterer for a goal kick. No, it's a corner. He must have got a slight fingertip on it on its way out. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, it comes off the defender. Should be dealing with that, Zetterer. It's a bouncing ball, yes, but sloppy corner to concede from Frankfurt. Must be sent. So Szoboszlai to take the corner on the right-hand side, and 3-1 Liverpool. Well, this could be a turning point. It's 3-1 to Liverpool. And it definitely looks like it could be a turning point. Frankfurt, rather toothless in a defensive sense. And Liverpool, for the first time this season, have a 2-goal lead. For the first time in 4 games, have scored more than 1 goal. And for the first time in more than 4 games, they could be on their way to a potential victory here. 3-1 up before half-time from 1-0 down. There's still a lot of work to do in the Premier League, but they're 3-1 up here. And it's been a rather clinical comeback with, well, 2 corners and a rather superb finish from Ekitike, really. So 3-1 to Liverpool. Here's Bradley, past the defender with ease. And there's 4 minutes out of time at the end of the game here. 4 minutes. We've already played 1 though, so take that lightly. But I will put 4 on the screen because that's what's on my screen. And Flix is here. Am I ahead of you? Really? Oh, it's because you're in the UK, innit? So Chelsea are back to a 2-goal cushion before half-time. They're 3-1 up. Enzo Fernandez has scored a penalty for them. So Chelsea restoring their 2-goal cushion, 3-1 up, going into half-time against Ajax. It's a really looking like a good first half that for Chelsea. So half of the 4 added on gone, 2 to go. And Liverpool, for the first time this season, look rather in command of a match. And it's been a long time for those supporters and those players since some daylight has come. But Fraser did tell us that stat earlier about Frankfurt being involved with goals. Well, there's certainly more goals than I expected here so far. Ekitike. Szoboszlai. I wonder what's happening with Spurs. Be interested to see what's going on in their game. They're still 0-0 and they have gone half-time. We will go through all the scores at half-time, etc., etc. in a moment. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, yeah, daylight for Liverpool most certainly in a first half, which didn't look originally like there was going to be daylight, but they've turned it around from 1-0 down. They lead 3-1 at half-time. They look to be in command of a game for a rarity, and it could be a rare win, and a win which maybe could be a turning point going into a rather difficult Premier League game at the weekend. The half-time score here, Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 3. Yeah, they were. Well, the 2 corners and a really good goal by Katike, yeah. Let's go into Bayern Munich against Club Brugge then. It's Carl Kane and Luis Diaz, the former Liverpool player, on the score sheet. Bayern Munich 3-0 Club Brugge at half-time. And that could be a bit of a running riot show for Bayern Munich. It's 0-0 between Real Madrid and Juve. It looks like it's going to be a 1-goal wins it game. Monaco and Spurs 0-0. Marseille still ahead against Sporting Lisbon. And it's actually Chelsea 4, Ajax 1 now. That game is still live, but Esteval has scored another penalty for Chelsea. 45 plus 6. And it is Chelsea 4, Ajax 1. And we're only halfway through that one. Madness. Madness at the bridge. Madness at the bridge. We're going to head to SofaScore then, and we're going to take a look and see what's going on in the EFL Championship. And we'll also get the stats for this game as well from SofaScore. But yeah, we're going into the Championship, so let's take a little look. So there are 4 games taking place. It is currently Sheffield Wednesday 0, Middlesbrough 1. The Middlesbrough goal scorer was Morgan Whittaker in the 6th minute. So Middlesbrough on their way to a victory for now. Hopefully they can hold on to that. Hillsborough. Wrexham leading Oxford United by 1-0. Nathan Broadhead on the score sheet in the 14th minute for Wrexham. Swansea are down to 10 men and are also a goal down against QPR. Roman Burrell scored the goal in the 18th minute. The red card came closer to half-time, and it was Yal Kuya who got sent off. And that red card came, I think, in about the 34th minute, because it says he's only played 34 minutes. So, looking like QPR are going to go for a victory at Swansea, who are down to 10 men and a goal down. Then there's Watford against West Brom, which is underway for the second half in a 7:45 kickoff. It's 1-1, and the goals came within 4 minutes of each other. Isaac Price got the opener for West Bromwich Albion, but the equaliser came shortly afterwards for Watford through Imran Louza. So half-time, score live and direct is Watford 1, West Brom 1. Well, I mean, look, it's turning point, isn't it? It's a turning point. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It could be a turning point for you. Look, you guys have got to seize the opportunity in front of you on Saturday. You've got to beat Brentford, because there is simply a lifeline for you guys if Villa win against City. So make this a turning point. Well, you wouldn't say, but now needs to be a turning point, because I look at City's games, right? I'm looking at City's games and I'm thinking, well, let's go through it. I'm not going to go through Liverpool's games because I'd rather not. But we'll go through City's games. So, right, City. Next games. Villa away. Bournemouth at home. Liverpool at home. Newcastle away. Leeds at home. I'm thinking they lose to Villa. I think they beat Bournemouth at home. I think they beat Liverpool at home. I think they probably draw or lose to Newcastle away. And I think they beat Leeds at home. So that's 1, 2, 3 wins out of 5 for Liverpool, for City there. And then you look at Liverpool. Their next games are Brentford. I would say they lose to Brentford. Villa, I would expect Liverpool to beat Villa at home. City away, loss. Forest at home. I mean, if Sean Dyche gets it right, loss. West Ham away. If you don't win that, I'm sorry, but if you don't beat West Ham away, if you don't beat West Ham, I don't even want to get into how hard I will laugh if you guys lose to West Ham. West Ham are the worst team in this league. If you lose to West Ham, the laughter that will come out of me will be beyond explanation. Honestly, if you guys fall down against West Ham, dearie me. I'll say it as it is. I will laugh my nuts off if you guys lose to West Ham. All the other games, I'm going to sit and I'm going to take them, but I'm going to analyse them. But if you lose to West Ham, I'm just going to laugh. There's no analysing Liverpool losing to West Ham. Because West Ham are the favourites to go down for me and should be the favourites for everybody. They are getting relegated, whether you like it or not. They are going down. West Ham United will be relegated this season. So if you guys lose to them, Jesus Christ on a bike, help you. Like, I am very adamant that West Ham are dropping this season, so... I'll say it as it is. Any of the other games you lose, fine. I'll analyse it. But if you lose to West Ham, I'm just going to laugh. Because literally, you can't analyse Liverpool being beaten by West Ham other than just laughing. So yeah. Right, let's take a look at the corner count. Because we're on 8. Am I on the right game? Yeah, 8. Bloody hellfire. So, yeah, we're near. So, we've got this price boost here. That's both teams to score over 10.5 corners and over 1.5 goals in the first half. Yes, there was over 1.5 goals in the first half. In fact, there was over 3.5 in the first half. Forget 1.5. Over 3.5 in the first half. So, that's an absolute certainty. We're on 8 corners, and that's only 3 more to get over 10.5. And then both teams to score has already happened. So £2.88, almost a guarantee. And then the price boost here, well, we're looking at Spurs to get a win. Chelsea are smoking Ajax. Liverpool looking like they're going to win. Another £2.40. The insurance, Bayern are smoking it. Chelsea are smoking it. Borough are winning. Real Madrid currently level. Spurs currently level. 1, 2, 3. Chelsea scores gone. Liverpool scores gone. Spurs score still alive. So everything on my table is still in play right now. Everything. Okay, nothing here on this table in front of me is out of play. All of it is in play. But as the second half drags on, we could see some of the slips go out of play. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4, 5. I've got 6 slips all in play on this table right now. But again, these two, the 1, 2, 3s, are both in play for only a £1 free bet. Now, the Liverpool score's gone. The Chelsea score's gone because they're 4-1 up. I predicted 3-1. But if Spurs win 2-0, we'll get a £1 free bet. If Spurs concede, then they're out of play for the week. So, yeah. Guys. So, yeah. That is how we roll. That is how we're rolling. Folks, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but only one like on this stream so far. Please do smash a like, people. I don't know what's going on with the like counter's broken on my screen, but the like target is 5. If you could smash a like, it would be appreciated. Yeah, I mean, look, likes don't affect the channel, but I would prefer that you guys hit the like button, to be fair. Because when I look back through my streams, I only see 1 like. I'm like, okay. So yeah, do smash a like, subscribe as well, share the channel with your friends. I bet you have some subscribers today. So yeah, smash a like. But yeah, we are approaching the second half soon, which is live on TNT Sports. We will be taking tomorrow off. Who are they playing? Oh, I think they're on Sunday. No, Kamar. I'm not here. Not here. Yeah, Flix and Charlie might be on for the Arsenal game. I have been told that Arsenal only because of Flix being in the UK. So it will be Arsenal only. But no, I won't be here for Spurs. No, I will be at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday. So no. As things stand, there is no Super Sunday right now. There is no Super Sunday right now. I mean, look, things could change. Flix and Charlie will say maybe, yeah, they want to do the Arsenal match. It's up to them, really. It's not up to me. It's up to them. I mean, I can only ask them to do it. It's up to them if they want to do it. But I will be out of town, so. However, I am planning to do Hill Dickinson Stadium. Yes, I know. It's going to be a little bit pricey, but I anticipate to be able to get to Hill Dickinson Stadium on an away day. I am going to try and get a ticket. And if I do, I can guarantee you there will be content because of a rather unique e-scooter ride, which is available from Liverpool Lime Street, right the way down to where Hill Dickinson Stadium is, which I have already done. So one way or another, you will get content if I do go to Hill Dickinson Stadium, which will be an e-scooter ride straight down from Liverpool Lime Street to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and also probably a quick tour of the Adelphi Hotel, because there is a very famous hotel in Liverpool owned by Britannia right next to Lime Street, and it's called the Adelphi. It's beautiful on the inside, but of course, it's a Britannia hotel. I highly recommend anybody who knows the Adelphi and sees it from Lime Street to go and have a look, because it is rather grand in the inside when you get to the dining area. So yeah, definitely will be content if I go to Hill Dickinson, definitely. Because it is a beautiful e-scooter ride down to the Hill Dickinson. I mean, I've done it before. It's a brilliant e-scooter ride. So yeah, if I do go to Hill Dickinson, you will have content. And they're actually sorry, folks, about that. The Wi-Fi briefly dropped on my laptop, but not my iPad for some bizarre reason. So I do apologize for that little cut in the content for you guys and the stream. But we are back. We are back to full bars. I don't know what happened there, but my laptop just had a mare. Yeah, like I said, the Wi-Fi didn't fully drop because my iPad has stayed running with the coverage. But we did have a slight Wi-Fi drop on the laptop briefly. So I don't know what went on there, but we are back on your screens. Hopefully now, I should expect. So yeah, we're ready to go for the second half in Frankfurt. So we're looking for Spurs and Real Madrid to get wins to finish off the ACCA Insurance. Borough are going to be starting their second half very soon. They are ahead. In fact, they've started already. We will keep an eye on any scores for you. In fact, Watford have taken the lead against West Bromwich Albion. It is 2-1, and Rocco Vata has scored in the 58th minute to make it Watford 0 at 2, West Brom 1 at Vicarage Road. And the rest of the scores right now are exactly the same in the Champions League, but we will keep our eyes over them for you. But it is time now for the second half between Eintracht Frankfurt and Liverpool, where Liverpool do lead 3-1. It's a bit of daylight for them. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I can give you guys tips. I mean, look, if you visit Liverpool, you will see a big array. I mean, if you walk down the steps of Liverpool Lime Street, you will immediately see a big array of pink, which is a ton of e-scooters. And like I said, it is so worth a ride on one of those e-scooters. Just if you visit Liverpool and you are able to ride an e-scooter, please do have a go. Download the Voy app, buy a day pass, which is like a £5, I think. It's really cheap on those scooters, and get yourself down to Hill Dickinson on those scooters because it's a beautiful e-scooter ride. I did it when I went in January, February last year. That's the first thing I did. I went down to Hill Dickinson on a scooter. It was a wonderful little scooter ride. It really was quite an experience. So I would highly recommend that to you. I don't know if I've mentioned that to you guys before, but yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed that scooter ride. I mean, I enjoy riding e-scooters overall, really, to be fair. I'm not going to lie, but I do enjoy riding the rental ones. I've managed to find little nigs and cheap hacks to get them. But I mean, if you visit Liverpool, I would say absolutely take one of those scooters out. And like I say, if I do decide to go to Hill Dickinson, and this is subject to the Brighton game being televised or not, if the Brighton game does not make TV, I will obviously force a ticket. If it does make TV, I will only go to the Brighton game if I win through the ballot. But yeah, like I say, it's subjectory, but I'm hoping that the Brighton game does get TV and I don't get a ticket to it because I would like to go to Hill Dickinson. And I would like to do that e-scooter ride for you guys on some kind of body cam for a bit of content because you'll see what I'm on about. But I can remember it in February when I did the e-scooter ride. It was bloody. Some of the views I got of Liverpool on that e-scooter ride, it took about 20 minutes to get down there. But for $7.99 for a day pass with one of those scooters, I got my money's worth. Absolutely. Oh, Chiesa, chance. He went for an overhead kick and it should have been 4-1. Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. This would be, obviously, very early stages of my vlogging, but I mean, look, I will do bits where I know I can do bits. I mean, look, sometimes I will be caught by surprise and I may find a way to bring you guys bits of content when I'm out and about without the vlogging camera as such, the expensive one. But one thing is for certain, that I know that if I go to Liverpool and I'm going down to Hill Dickinson, that is an e-scooter ride I can do for you guys. In fact, if you really want me to, I could, when I visit Nottingham Forest, take an e-scooter down there. Subject to the parking spaces, of course, but definitely can do that. Akitike. No foul. But if you ask me, with them scooters, actually, it's kind of a nice way to go around a city. I mean, I know people don't like them, some people, but me, I mean, I visit Nottingham quite a lot, and they're really well. I mean, you've got a Dot in there, and it is kind of nice. It's nice, really, because you can take one down from the Victoria Centre, which is the top of the city, all the way down to the Broadmarsh area, which is like the bottom area before you get to West Bridgeford, which is where the City Ground is. And it takes about 10 minutes or so, roughly, to do that trip on a scooter. Or I think about same walking, really, to be fair, not going to lie. And I think that, yeah, most certainly it's a nice way to just glide through a city centre, really. Particularly when it's not, well, because Nottingham, if you don't know what Nottingham's like, I'll tell you. It's a very, very, it wraps around its old market square. There's a lot of buses going through there. It's a very, very public transport accessible city. But at the same time, you kind of know where you're going once you get to the market square. So yeah, scooters do work there, definitely. So 3-1 Liverpool and a yellow card Badone. But yeah, I have big plans for this channel, you know. If I can play my cards right, I will eventually be a full-time matchday vlogger. It's just baby steps for me at the minute. I mean, look, I'm not sure what I can do for you at Turf Moor, but I will try. And believe you me when I say I'll try. And then with the Emirates, obviously, well, I mean, I know for a fact that any form of e-bike ride or anything like that is going to be shut down by Islington. I mean, look, there is a lot of e-bikes, obviously, around London, as you would expect. But Islington, it's a kind of a tight area, really. They do shut the roads, so it would be kind of difficult for me to do that on a match day. I mean, Islington. I mean, yeah, Islington is the area where the Emirates is. But yeah, you've got bloody all sorts in London. Lime, Forest. I think you've got everything in London, really, if you ask me. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there you go. Florian Wirtz is stood over this free kick. There's also another Liverpool player stood over the free kick. Dominic Szoboszlai are not involved, surprisingly. You would think that Liverpool's number 8 would be eyeing this up, but he's not. I think it's Andy Robertson, the other option. It is Florian Wirtz. It's on target, and it's behind for what will be a corner. And I want to check SofaScore again, because the sooner we get to 11 corners, the sooner I can tick this price boost off and trigger it. 5-1 Chelsea is a rather ridiculous scoreline, but it's 5-1 to Chelsea. Real Madrid have, good Lord, finally taken the lead against Juventus. Hallelujah for that. We're just waiting on a Tottenham goal, but Chelsea 5-1 up now. Let's have a look at this corner count for this game. We're on 10, so we need one more. So we need one more, right, for that price boost to be triggered. Once it is, that's £2.88. That is my money back plus 38p. Cool. Right, folks, I do need the loo. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a tick. We're back. We are back, people. We are back on your screens. Now, just need to turn on the camera, but the microphone is switched back on, and I am back after that very, very quick break. I like I said, it didn't take me long, you know. It's literally a 10-second walk from here. I say 10 seconds, about 5 seconds, really, but either way. Corner, that should be the 11th. I'll check with SofaScore before I do any ticking, but most certainly looks like we can tick off that price boost and put it in the winnings pile. And Bayern, surprisingly, have not found their 4th yet. Yep, that's 11. In fact, ignore me. That's 12. But either way, 11, 12, don't matter to me. We are officially, let's see, just to make sure, both teams to score, 3-1 to score. Over 1.5 goals first half. Yes, sir. Over 10.5 corners. So, yep, that is a triggered price boost. Thank you very much. Indeed, that price boost is triggered and can be tucked away, ready to be claimed tomorrow. The rest that remain in play, we're still looking for a Spurs goal to trigger the £2.40 Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool to win. The bet builder's not looking likely to go through. Acker Insurance is still in place, but just waiting on Spurs to get a goal now, really. I think Borough are still ahead. Yeah, Borough's still ahead. In fact, the scores are all still the same, but Wrexham had a red card. That is the one. By the way, I'm going to start echoing if I don't chuck this can somewhere away from the microphone. Because the can is now empty. Yes, empty metal does make me echo. But yeah, Watford 2, West Brom 1. Swansea 0, QPR 1. Wednesday 0, Borough 1. Wrexham 1, Oxford United 0. And we'll have a look at the league table. So yeah, Middlesbrough as things stand, if they get the win at Wednesday today in Borough, they'll close the gap on Coventry to just 1 point. Again, we talk about that goal difference for Borough. They've got to really catch up because, I mean, the goal difference for Coventry is plus 23 and Borough on a plus 8, which is a huge difference, really. It's astronomical. And Sheffield United have crawled out of the relegation zone. They've chucked Norwich in there. So it looks completely different now in the bottom three. You've got Blackburn Rovers, you've got Sheffield Wednesday, and you've got Norwich. And Sheffield United 1 point clear of the relegation zone now. And the top 6 is Hull outside by goal difference. So Stoke, Charlton, Bristol, Millwall are the 4 playoff teams. And then Borough are 4 points clear of Millwall as things stand. And Coventry 5 points clear of Millwall. So yeah, the top 2 is Borough and Coventry, 2 teams that I like. And then your playoff places, Millwall, Bristol, Charlton, Stoke, and Hull just outside by goal difference. Same actually for QPR as well, as things stand. If they do get that win away to Swansea, which would be a huge result for QPR, by the way, in my opinion. That would be a huge result for QPR, I think. I mean, that might just be my judgment, but I think that if QPR get that win away to Swansea, that's a huge win for QPR. Do we have a... No, we don't have a goal yet at Monaco, Tottenham. And the goals have clotted for now for Chelsea Ajax, but, I mean, they're 29 minutes. I mean, there's 29 minutes to go. 5-1. It's an astronomical scoreline. Ajax are getting pumped one. They're getting absolutely walloped. Here's Ekitike. The angle was tight and no 4th goal yet. Liverpool could be a goalless second half. Who knows? 3-1 at the minute. Verts to Szoboszlai. Liverpool looking to add more to their daylight scoreline at the minute, which is... It will be daylight for them. Absolutely, this win will be daylight for them. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be some daylight for them. This victory, it's going to be hopefully from their point of view, hopefully a turning point. I mean, I don't hope it's a turning point for them. I'm just saying it as the analyst, as the host. Oh yeah, by the way, corner count. Absolutely battered that to bits. 6, 7. In fact, Frankfurt to win or draw is impossible without going over 5.5 goals, because 3-1 right now. So if it finishes 3-2, it would make it 4.5, over 4.5. And then over 5.5 would be 3-3, which, so yeah. But Frankfurt can't get a point now without going over 5.5. So the bet builder is actually gone. How close are Tottenham coming? Because it's still 0-0. It's still goalless. And the attack momentum is actually going the way of Monaco at the minute. Szoboszlai fed through to Florian Wirtz. It's a glorious attack. Cody Gakpo's in the middle and he gets the fourth for Liverpool. And that will be probably the cherry on the icing on the cake on a day of daylight which they needed after a run of bad results. And it's a bad defeat for Eintracht Frankfurt, who, as Fraser pointed out, tend to be involved in a lot of goals in matches. And this time around, it doesn't go in their favour. It's a 4-1 win at least for Liverpool. And this is what should be for them a turning point. And that's a tidy finish from Cody Gakpo as well. 2-2 for him. And Florian Wirtz getting an assist there. That'll do him the confidence boost, most certainly. But Cody Gakpo, man in form, 1 goal in 3 Champions League matches, 2 in his last 2. And Liverpool lead 4-1. Well, when I look back at this now, I think, what an easy win for Liverpool, really. I don't know. Do we judge how they're going to play against Brentford off this result? I don't know. I really don't know. But the goals they've scored, Frankfurt have not defended very well. I'm not going to lie. I thought this would be a tough test for Liverpool, most certainly when they conceded the opening goal, but it's proved not to be the case. Here is Federico Chiesa coming forward for Liverpool, and it's Szoboszlai in a good channel of space looking to feed Ekitike, and this time the number 4 for Eintracht Frankfurt was in the way. And I'm going to keep an eye on that Spurs score because I really do want Spurs, like for the insurance and the price boost, I want Spurs to win. But it looks like that's going to be a 0-0 draw. Monaco, to be fair, are the team I think attacking since I last checked. We'll have a little look now. In fact, Monaco have just come off a massive green spike. According to the attack momentum. We'll have to see what the final result is there. It'll be interesting, most certainly. The rest of the scores have not changed. It's still 5-1 Chelsea. Still 0-0 Atlanta Slavia Prague. Yeah, that's a surprise, isn't it? You would have thought Atlanta would have been leading by now as well. 4-1 here, obviously. 3-0 Bayern. I'm surprised Bayern hadn't scored more against Club Brugge. Real Madrid 1-0 up. And still Marseille down to 10 men now, but leading at Sporting. So yeah, 20 minutes to go. It feels like this game is done, but there might be more goals, so we'll most certainly hang around. And that is tidy from Szoboszlai. A flat shot which barely left the ground, rolled into the back of a net where the goalkeeper did not really have a chance. It's very easy, this Liverpool. It's 5-1. It's a shocking defensive display from Frankfurt. I'm not going to lie. And they most certainly have to see this as a confidence boost, as a turning point. And this should bring the mood up in the dressing room ahead of that Brentford game. But there's still work to do. In the Premier League, most certainly. But this tonight is a good result for them. And it's the first time they've won by more than one, I think. Might be wrong. It's the first time they battered somebody, really, as well. I mean, yeah, they've battered Frankfurt tonight. Maybe it's too easy for them. Maybe I'm judging it the wrong way, but it should be a turning point. Well, we'll be the judge of that, won't we, on Saturday when they play Brentford? I mean, I'll be live for both of those 2 evening games as a one-off, by the way. But you would only hope as a Liverpool fan, if you do support Liverpool, that this is a turning point. I mean, I went into this game thinking it'd be a lot more difficult for them, but, well, time has told that this is actually a very easy game for Liverpool. But, yeah, I mean, look, most certainly we'll be judging them on Saturday. Brentford is going to be one tough place for them in the state of the art a minute to go. But there should be that little ounce of confidence put into them after this victory in midweek. But, yeah. Well, look, absolutely. You guys are Newcastle supporters anyway, born and bred. Well, Jonathan's Scottish, I think you said, actually, but either way. Some people do support Liverpool. And if you support Liverpool, you can only hope this is a turning point. But, well, like I said, the neutrals and the Liverpool fans themselves will be a judge of that on Saturday. Mo Salah's going to get an appearance. Yeah, and this would be a time now for Salah to get a goal as well. Salah has been off it this season, but if he can get a goal tonight, Salah, that might do his confidence as well. And Federico Chiesa should have started this game, really, to be fair. But he's coming on now. It's a huge concern as to why in 2 seasons Slot has barely given... I don't think Chiesa's started a game, which is absolutely extraordinary in my book, because Chiesa appears to be one of their best players. He always comes on as an effect. You don't fail to notice Chiesa when he comes on. Well, I've been saying it all night long. There is a lifeline for this Liverpool team on Sunday with Villa Man City, because Liverpool are on the verge of creating the narrative of the title race has gone backwards and swung back into Arsenal Man City. Because right now we're clearly involved. But Liverpool was supposed to be that team involved this season with us, and we were supposed to be the team behind them. But now Manchester City are catching up, And City right now are in front of Liverpool. Now, I think Villa will beat City on Sunday. I do believe that. You know what I mean? City do not tend to do well at Villa Park. So in my book, there is a lifeline available for Liverpool, which they have to take. If they don't, well, I mean, it will end up being the narrative of City versus Arsenal again. And that game at the Etihad, all of a sudden, beyond everybody's expectations at the start of the season, later in the season, will become a massive game. A crunch game. And when we all thought that Anfield game on third game of the season was the crunch game. So there is a huge lifeline for Liverpool this weekend, but they have got to do their business on Saturday. Yeah, start Ekitike. But like I said, I'm just sat here right now. I mean, look, we're top of the pile. There's not a lot I can really... All I can do is have opinions and analyse the teams around me. And right now, my brain's going, are Liverpool going to get back? Are Liverpool going to shut down all these City narratives that will start growing? I mean, City right now are not being mentioned by the pundits, really. Let's not lie about it. City have had very little mention from the pundits, but believe me, Liverpool continue their bad form in the league, then by an absolute certainty, will that narrative come alive because City are there. You know what I mean? All Arsenal can do right now is sit back, do the job, and wait and see who's going to be competing with us, which is either City or Liverpool, obviously. Fact of the matter is, though, United win on Saturday, Liverpool lose, United go above Liverpool by a point. There's still a lot. There's a lot. There is a lot to stomach. There is a lot to stomach. There is a lot going on. And I think that right now, City and Liverpool are having a battle. Well, I mean, really, you would like to think that because of that game coming up soon as well, they're having a bit of a battle of their own, really, trying to decide who's going to be competing with Arsenal right now, I suppose. And like I said, all we can do, sit back, get the results, and watch. But no, there is a lifeline available for Liverpool on Sunday. No doubt about it. But, I mean, yeah, you want Brentford to win. I mean, right now I'm completely on the fence of it, to be fair. I mean, at the start of the season, had a preference as to who I wanted in the title race with us. But now I'm kind of sat there thinking, well, let's watch these two sides battle it out, shall we? Who's going to be competing with us? Because right now we've leapfrogged Liverpool, and they've leapfrogged City have leapfrogged them. And now there's about a point separating those two at the minute, I think. So it's entirely down to those two sides to battle it out and decide who is going to be competing with us. Because we're on a good run at the minute. Mate, hopefully, if you can play your cards right, yeah. But yeah, again, I mean, if you let's just put it this way. United play before Liverpool. United know that if they beat Brighton and Liverpool lose to Brentford, they are going to go above Liverpool by a point. That would be really I think, mentally damaging for Liverpool. But it's United's opportunity as well. I mean, United have got an opportunity. Liverpool have got a lifeline on Sunday. And City, well, are just kind of... I've got a test, really, against it. Both City and Liverpool have got tests. Villa away, Brentford away are both tough tests. But United will be sat there thinking, licking their chops, thinking, Liverpool lose this, we win. We go above them. And that should be the motivation for United to beat Brighton, because, I mean, I'm going to go against United this weekend. I've gone for a 2-0 prediction. But if I was United, I'd be licking my chops going, hang on a minute, we really need to win this. Nine minutes to go, 5-1 Liverpool. This game's gone, innit? This game is gone. I'm not going to lie, this game is gone. Fulham, yeah, I think, yeah, 3-1, 2-0, somewhere around that margin, I think. Fulham won't get beaten heavily. There's nobody, I mean, I don't think many teams will beat Fulham heavily this season. Fulham have really solid... Excuse me. Fulham have gone really solid. They look really solid defensively, to be fair, Fulham. I'm not going to lie. Struggle with finishing, but they look quite solid. I don't think Fulham will get beaten heavily this season. But I think 3-1, 2-0, kind of the right kind of scoreline, right kind of area. Yeah, not an easy opponent. They seem really, really settled as well, Fulham. Like, they do seem settled. I mean, they're not going anywhere. I don't think Fulham will drop for a good long time because they've got good ownership in place. They've got a good manager. They've got a good squad. They seem very, very settled in this Premier League, Fulham. As to the Bournemouth, really. I mean, Bournemouth right now are up there in the top 4. So, of course, Bournemouth are settled, but we just need to get things back on track with Forest, really. I'm hoping that things go the right way in terms of the pendulum swinging. In Forest getting away from the relegation zone and it being like a... my West Ham and Wolves, I think, are going to go. Now I look at it, I don't know. It'd be a miracle for either one of those sides not to get relegated. And I think if we were to lose one of the 3 promoted sides, I would say Burnley. And that's no harm, and that's not me trying to be horrible. But I think if we had to lose one of the 3 promoted sides who are all playing fairly well this season, it would be Burnley. And I would sacrifice one of those promoted sides for keeping Forest in this league. I'm sorry, but I would. Now, that might be harsh on Burnley, but I would sacrifice Burnley to keep Forest in this league, absolutely. I mean, I did call Burnley originally. Brentford are not going to go down. I called them originally, but no. Keith Andrews has proved me wrong. Keith Andrews looks to be a decent manager there. But yeah, I mean, if we're on about saving Forest, yeah, I'm sacrificing Burnley. Because I don't think Leeds will go. Leeds look solid enough. Sunderland, I mean, I don't even think Sunderland can get relegated at this point, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. I don't even think Sunderland can get relegated at this point. Because they're on like, what, 13, 16 points? $14 points. I'd be very surprised if Sunderland on that points already would get relegated, really. When you consider that up to 14th, the points tally is 9. I'd be very surprised if... I would say it right now. I don't think Sunderland can get relegated at this point. It would be a massive... Well, it would be a catastrophe, really. 14 points out of 9 games, 8 games, whatever it is. They go down after that. It would be a massive... I would be surprised. I don't think Sunderland can go. I don't think Leeds will go. And again, if I had to say Forest, which I probably will have to say Forest, to be fair, it's going to be tight with Sean Dyche. Most certainly, I would be sacrificing Burnley. Because I have a soft spot for Forest. And I wouldn't want to see them go down. It would be a rather big dagger for me if Forest went down. Because I do have a heart for that club. And I've had some great moments with them. I mean, look. Relegations do happen. But Forest go down, that'll break me. That would break me. I'd be really... I would. If it does happen, and it will happen at some point, I think. Not in the near future, though, I hope. Yeah, you'll see it. If they do go, you'll see a very sad version of me. A very sad version of me. Got to keep an eye on that Tottenham game. They are approaching the 90th minute. Spurs not looking likely to score, are they? According to that attack momentum. Monaco looking like getting the winner. Got about 3 minutes to go in this game. Between Eintracht Frankfurt and Liverpool. Yeah, it's going to kill my price boost as well for the £2.40 on top of the £2.88. It would also kill my insurance. Spired have won. I bet Borough have won. Yeah, Borough have won. Borough have won. All but. Bayern, yeah, they've won 4-0. That one's done. Yeah, Madrid are about to win as well. Chelsea, 5-1 up. They've won. They've won. It's not full time, but they've won, Chelsea. They have won. Borough, yeah, that whistle's going to go any minute, I reckon. So yeah, the mistake was putting Tottenham on it unless they can find a late goal. Late drama in the Sporting game. Oh no. There was a red card for Sporting, but it's been overturned. Rescinded. Whatever word you want to use. There's 6 additional minutes in the Spurs game against Monaco. And here we're into just 2 minutes at a time at the end. Just 2 minutes, guys. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that Spurs game for you. And the rest of the results as they come through as well. Bayern Munich have gone full time. They have won 4-0 in their game. Borough are just about still going against Wednesday. They're about to hit full time there, though. And one more attack maybe for Liverpool. Here's Salah. Poor effort. Poor effort. Yeah, poor effort by Mo Salah. If you haven't already, do make sure you smash a like. We're about to hit the full-time whistle in this game. Liverpool back to winning ways and with some comfort. Has to be said. It's definitely been one comfortable night for the Reds tonight. And the final whistle's gone at Borough. Yeah, Borough have won 1-0. So Borough closed the gap on Coventry, 1 point behind in the top 2, but remain clear of the other teams in and around them. So Borough with 3 points on the board, 1 point behind Coventry City once again. Still on the back foot, but it's 2 wins in 2 for Borough. Yeah, we're at the end of the 2 minutes. I think the referee's going to allow one more Liverpool attack. Szoboszlai, Chiesa, straight at the goalkeeper. And Francois Letexia has blown the full-time whistle on what is back to winning ways for Liverpool and what you would expect to be a turning point as a neutral and what you would hope, if you're a Liverpool fan, to be a turning point. But there's no doubt about it that there's work to do. But it's a positive result for them. The final score's 5-1. We'll keep going until all the results are through in the Champions League tonight, and then we'll rock and then we'll leave you guys to it. But Liverpool back to winning ways, a rather comfortable one in the end. Didn't prove to be at the start of the game or on the preview, but now when you look at it, very comfortable win for Liverpool. And they're back to winning ways. And Arne Slot will be happy with that one. And as to all the fans, and it's on to Brentford next, which is going to be one hell of a test for them. All eyes on the Spurs game. Real Madrid have finished full-time. Real Madrid full-time. Real Madrid have won 1-0 against Juventus. And the winning goal came from Jude Bellingham in the 57th minute. So Real Madrid 1, Juve 0 final score. At the Bernabeu, Real Madrid win 1-0 against Juventus. Chelsea 5, Ajax 1, Sporting 2, Marseille 1. Yeah, we'll keep going until the scores have gone, people. We'll keep going until the scores are gone. Don't worry about that. And yeah, finished 0-0 Monaco Tottenham. So, yeah, that price boost ain't going to come through. Neither is the insurance, but it will mean that I will get a free bet. So that's very nice for me. So I get a free bet tomorrow on the insurance with Ladbrokes. So we'll keep that safe. The 1, 2, 3s are completely out of play with no correct result on this week's 1, 2, 3 scores, but we'll be back on that at the weekend, and I will reveal what my predictions are on Saturday. Final whistle's gone as well. Atlanta, Slavia Prague has finished in a 0-0 draw as well. So 0-0 draws between AS Monaco and Spurs, as well as Atlanta and Slavia Prague. Chelsea 5, Ajax 1, just waiting for the full-time whistle there, and then the full-time whistle at Sporting. And then the Champions League for this week is wrapped up, and there is no Champions League next week because it is Carabao Cup week in England, and probably Cup week for some other leagues as well. I wouldn't know though. But exciting times. Exciting times. Yeah, if you haven't already heard the results from me, I'll read them out to you one last time in the Championship while to wait for those full-time whistles. Then Swansea were beaten 1-0 by QPR. Yeah, huge result for QPR. That's a big win for QPR, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see them as that good of a side. Great win away to Swansea. Really good win for QPR, that, on a serious note. Watford beating West Brom by 2-1 at Vicarage Road. Wrexham scored early. We're down to 10 men, but beat Oxford United by 1-0. And then Middlesbrough, they scored early as well, but held and maintained their 1-0 lead away to Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough and finished 1-0 winners at Hillsborough. And in the Champions League, we're still going with 2 scores remaining. Sporting Lisbon 2, Olympique Marseille 1. And there's the final whistle. Chelsea have won 5-1 against Ajax. That is the full-time whistle, and we'll just wait for Sporting Lisbon against Olympique Marseille. But in the meanwhile, the results have come through as Athletic Club 3, Qarabağ 1, Galatasaray 3, Bodo Glimt 1, AS Monaco 0, Spurs 0, Atalanta 0, Slavia Prague 0, Chelsea 5, Ajax 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 5, Bayern Munich 4, Club Brugge 0, Real Madrid 1, Juventus 0, and then Sporting Lisbon against Olympique Marseille is the final game remaining. Going, it is 2 minutes over. It's allocated 5 minutes added time into the 98th minute now. But any minute, we're going to get the full-time whistle between Sporting Lisbon and Olympique de Marseille. And in the meanwhile, we'll have a look at the league table, where, as you can see, it is PSG, Arsenal, Bayern, all up there. We are level on points with Real Madrid. They're on a +7 goal difference. Arsenal on +8. Inter on +9, and then Bayern and PSG on joint +10. Liverpool outside the automatic qualification spaces into the playoff 10, into the playoff zone in 10th position on just 6 points after that victory. Chelsea joint with them. And in the bottom half, Juventus, after that defeat, only on 2 points. Bayer Leverkusen, Villarreal, Olympiacos, Benfica, Ajax, right at the bottom, Ajax, actually, Benfica and Ajax. And then Union SG just about in that green playoff zone. But, yeah, the black indicates the teams that won't qualify and will be out. Yeah, Union SG just about in that green zone. But the top 5 makes up PSG, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Arsenal, Real Madrid, and it's all separated by goal difference, and the Champions League will be back in about 2 weeks' time. But here at Realltom Football, thank you all very much for watching. Have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you all on Friday night when Leeds United take on West Ham United in the Premier League. Until then, take care, have a good night, and we'll see you soon.